I like unusual guitar sounds. They can be the spice for taking a common sounding guitar part from bland to flavorful. And one effect that does that, in my opinion, is the shimmer effect. Simply put, that effect is an octave shift that's mixed in with the decay of a reverb or a delay. It really came to the forefront for most guitarists when Strymon came out with their Big Sky pedals, and it brought in that was normally a lot of studio trickery to a pedal board format. Other manufacturers have followed suit. They've offered this effect, and I've played and owned a few pedals that cover this, like the EHX Oceans 11, the EHX Canyon Delay has that, the Earthquaker Devices Astral Destiny. But finding a simple and very easy to use version of this was kind of tough. JHS pedals with their 3 series, they came out with these really great no nonsense effects pedals with 3 knobs and a single toggle switch, and they have this format of pedal available with drives, delays, modulations, and yes, the Octave Reverb, which we happen to have here. Normally I would have the pedal in my hand and I'd be waving it around. It's on my pedal board and it's going to stay there because I didn't want to have it lashed down there, and it's not, I'm not even going to pull it off just for this video, but I will throw some B-roll and some snapshots of it so you can take a peek at it in case you haven't seen it already. This pedal happens to have very, very simple 3 knobs. It's a reverb, octave, and a decay. The little toggle switch covers the octave option. In the up position, it's an octave up. In the down position, you guessed it, it's down. And the price is quite simple too. I got mine at $99. Right now, I believe they even had a Black Friday sale. I'm not sure if it's still going on now. By the time this video goes up, it might not be, but they were doing 25% off. This video is not sponsored in any way by JHS. I paid for this pedal with my own money earlier this past year in February. So I've had it for quite a while. I just haven't got around to doing a video, and I thought the time to do it is now. And also the time now is to do the usual thing I have to do for you. If you get a chance, like this channel. If you want, be great if you hit the subscribe button. The bell icon will let you know when I put up a new video. I've noticed that like 97 to 98% of the viewers on this page are not subscribers. I don't know if I'm showing up in your feeds. The algorithm drives everything, I know. But if you subscribe, you'll be sure not to miss out on any future videos. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button. And if you want to share it, you can do that as well, because there's a button for that. With just a little tweaking, I found a setting that I really like to use. And I know this shimmer effect sometimes gets associated with worship or church guitar. I don't play in those settings, but I like the synth pad feel it brings overall. And it can really do that airy, angelic soundscape type stuff. And it really fills up the space quite easily. Now, I have had some other pedals that had this particular effect. Like I said, the EHX Oceans 11, the Earthquaker Astral Devices, as well as the EHX Canyon Delay has a version of that in there as well. And comparing it with the Oceans 11, I loved it, as well as the Canyon Delay, kind of both in the same category. I had those pedals set for one particular effect. For the reverb, I had it set for a single plate reverb, and for the delay, I had it for a real simple like echo. And switching settings to either of those pedals to the shimmer effect between songs was kind of a pain, and I didn't want to go down the road of a Strymon. And the Astral Destiny, again, it had just a little too much tweakability and all those options. And as I always felt, I got close to exactly what I wanted and kept fumbling around. And I just couldn't find the perfect sound, the perfect setting. It just never arrived. And the simplicity of the JHS is quite nice. I found my favorite settings for this pedal are the reverb at 11, the octave, and the delay full on with the octave setting, which is what I used in the beginning of this video. I also have to say, for what this does and at the price, this works wonderfully. It's quite simple. I was able to get exactly what I wanted right away. Now, Right now, this resides on my Trying Things Out pedal board, but I've actually brought it to a jam session with my friend Adam at AF Precision Setups, and I brought that entire Trying Out Things pedal board with me, and it really did a great job filling in space for where you normally just had two guitar players playing. This created a bigger sound to build off of. I'm really getting to know this effect, and I see a lot of applications for electric guitar. Also, you know, if you're a singer, maybe playing acoustic guitar, having this to fill in some space without, you know, is kind of a cool thing. You know, another aspect is, again, playing with another guitar player. This is kind of cool where you can add that extra layer and you won't be stepping on anyone else's sonic toes. And I've tried to get this sound also from my Boss MS3 as well as my ME70, but nothing really to my liking. So this is probably going to get added into my regular pedal board that I use. And I'm just trying to figure out how to make it work, but also with not just what I have on that board, but I'm also trying to figure out the right balance of adding things like chorus and delay to really bring that ambient sound to have a little extra, even more space. And blending in with some overdrive sounds is quite interesting as well, because it really does, it does this great thing where it's not getting in the way, or it gets a little washy, but it doesn't really kind of like get lost, which is really, I guess, the best way to say it. It's worked out quite well, and I think it's a great pedal. This really shows how much JHS pedals can really do with a simple no frills kind of pedal. It sits perfectly in the just enough practical adjustability that guitar players would want to play around with and still bring like a high-end sound to the table. I'll do some quick pros and cons here. Pros, it's very, like I said, it's simple and effective. No pun intended. And it's at a great price. The cons, none. For more, and I'll tell you right now, the other thing that would be kind of interesting if it was kind of a stereo thing, I don't know if that would really apply to get it going on with a stereo spread. I'm really not feeling the need for that. So even though it is in mono, I haven't felt that I'm lacking with this. In fact, this was one of those pedals where I was like, well, I'm going to have to sit down and try to figure out how to get some sounds, find the right settings and figure that out. No, it worked really great right out of the box. So I want to share this with you, and if you get a chance, I would say definitely check one out. Again, if you're one of those players that maybe, you know, like I said, the EHX stuff was great. They had all these different modes and settings, but you had, you know, if you wanted it for one thing, you really couldn't use it for the shimmer effect because you had it for that. And you don't have to get into editing and parameters of a multi-effects unit, which is great. Just three knobs and a toggle switch. It's quite simple and is absolutely amazing. So anyways, if you want to let me know what you think of this type of effect, maybe there's a simpler version, maybe there's a cheaper version, maybe there's one that you just like better. Let me know in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you guys. As always, you can go to jhspedals.com to check out this great pedal as well as other ones. Like I said, this is not an endorsed video. I just happen to think that this was such a great find that I've used, and I wanted to share it with you guys, and I plan on using this going forward on a lot of different stuff. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care.